Hi, Nige back here again, and I've got another inbox review for you. And today we're going to be looking at the M109A7 Paladin, the self-propelled howitzer from Foreart. Now, I believe this was their second kit in their range. I've recently looked at the scimitar, and then this one caught my eye as well, so I thought we'd have a look. Yeah, interesting subject. And there's quite a few more parts than that was in the scimitar. So what we'll do, we'll get cracking on the overhead and I'll take you through it. So here we are, starting. We've got our sprues just shown there. We've got a metal barrel, some photo etch, some 3D printed parts and some decals. So this one's more of a booklet type. So we start with the sprout sprocket, roll wheels and the idler wheels or return rollers. Idler, yeah. Again, I'm not really into tanks or armoured vehicles. They then get attached to the lower hull. It looks like the torsion bars are already on the vehicle. We then move on to the tracks. Before then we move on to adding the upper hull to the lower hull. We've got our transport cradle for our main gun on the actual vehicle going on there. We've got some vision ports. We've got some side skirts going on. We have some photo etch going on the back. Looks like they are mud flaps on the back there. Before then we move on to what I think is a 50 cal going on there with the ammo, which will sit on top of the turret, so it's asking you to drill through the parts of there. We then got the mantlet for the main gun going together. After that we then move on to putting hatches, some vision ports on, some parts on the rear of the turret, some more parts of the main gun, some louvers that go on the side, some jerry cans and another hat just there. We've got our main barrel with our parts just there. So you have got plastic parts for this. We will check out the 3D printed parts in a minute, but there are plastic parts for it. Photo etch, a bin or a box going on the back with a radio antenna on the back, on the top there. More hatches going on and other little odds and sods of tools going on the sides. We've then got a towing hook there, towing cable just there. Again, more bins and boxes. Some parts for tools, I believe. Our rear plate going on there. Before then we've got some more, I would assume these are more boxes or something like that that go onto the rear of the vehicle. Or let's have a look. Yes, so they can have them either open or closed, so just like that, and then the rear hatch. Before we go on to the two markings options, so we've got the 2nd Brigade US Army, 1st Armored Division South Korea. Then we've got an unidentified unit and another unidentified unit. So let's have a look. Desert yellow, which is, what's it saying? Let's have a look. So I'm not certain whether it's right. C39 and C62. Okay, so they're saying the colour for all three is the desert yellow. That's the instructions. Moving on to the plastic. So first sprue up, sprue A. We have parts for the gun. We've got the rear plate, that box on the rear of the turret, some more plates all over. The towing cable. There's the plastic barrel, which we have got a metal barrel, which we'll look at in a minute, which replaces this. We've got fire extinguishers, the travel lock, one of the machine guns just there, and yeah, so other hatches and all that sort of stuff. Next up we have our main upper hull. It's got a texture to it. I'm assuming they try and depict this non-slip texture, because that ring is smooth and there's just an ever so slight texture. So I don't know whether they're trying to depict non-slip or whether it's just part of the process. We've got maneuvers on there. They look really nice and fine, and so do the rivets over the engine doors and all that sort of stuff. We've then got some more louvers, the bottom of the turret, and some more parts for those rear boxes that go on the back of the turret just there, and another hatch. And again, some nice detail on there. So this is just little pieces and odds and sods. The little pieces are really nicely done. Some really nice small parts just here. That some of the connection parts are really tiny. So yeah, they shouldn't have any issues with them. I'm assuming, yeah, that would be a round belt. Some vision ports just there, or parts of the vision ports. Two of these parts, we'll just get one of them out. So we're looking at our tracks and our wheels. So again, some really nicely done tracks just there. The wheels have got nice nut and bolt detail on the inside. Our separate track just there, and some jerry cans. Can't tell, but I think there might even be some writing on the jerry cans, which is great. We've then got our main turret and our lower hull. And again, we've got some nice rivet detail all going around there. Some nice detail around this hub just here. And the turret. Again, a lot of this is going to get covered up with tools, but we have got some tools molded on. So we've got an axe just there. And some poles just on the side just there. Moves us on to the metal barrel and the 3D parts. So I'll just get them out gently. So that's our metal barrel just there. A vast improvement on the plastic part. And then we've got our 3D muzzle brake. We have our 3D printed jerry cans and some other 3D printed parts just in there as well. And then our photo etch, which I'm not going to get out, and decals, not a great deal of decals. So that's Foreart Paladin. Looks really nice. Okay, 1/72, so it's going to be fairly small. You know, the longest part's probably going to be the barrel sticking out, so we're looking maybe 10 centimeters long. Nice that we've got the 3D printed parts in the metal barrel and the photo etch all in there, all for not a lot of money. If you build 72nd stuff, that, you know, £17, there's a lot there for within this kit. So yeah, that's Foreart's Paladin. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.